Oh, hi there. It's Chris Henry, the Southern Gospel Gardener, and welcome to another episode of The Opening Act. Today's episode, we're going to be opening up Tribute Quartet's CD called The Waiting Is Over. Now, this is a really great CD. It's a really young group, new on the scene more or less in Southern Gospel music, and I really love these boys. They come out to California all the time. And today, we're going to be planting a couple plants out in the front yard, and we're also going to be doing something on location at another spot just across town. And we'll see if we can get some help. Right now, I'm up in this Queen's Palm trying to trim off this branch that turned yellow during the winter. So I'm going to trim that off, and then we're going to get to work on the rest of the yard. I hope you enjoy the show.
Sing me one of the songs of Zion, sing me a song of the King. Let me hear his precious story blended with the sweet melody.
So here we are in the front yard, and we've been in this planting bed before. We've planted many bulbs, we've laid down some bark. In fact, some of these bulbs are coming up. The grape hyacinth are starting to bloom up. You can just see little small purple flowers starting to pop up. But right here we've got an azalea. Now, a couple years ago, I got these for real cheap and put them in the yard. The problem is they like acidic soil, and the soil that I'm in right now is very alkaline. And so the azaleas don't grow quite as well as I'd like them to, and as you can see, they've lost a lot of their leaves, and by now, we should be seeing some flowers. So what we're going to do is dig this up and replace it with this right here. This is called an agapanthas. Now, we planted agapanthas before in the backyard, a Peter Pan agapanthas. You can go back to episode number 5 with Legacy 5. But this particular agapanthas is called a storm cloud. Now, this is a little bit smaller than what we're going to be taking out, but that's all right because these things grow pretty hardy, pretty fast. You don't want to get a big one to start off with, or it's going to overtake this entire area. What I like about the storm cloud agapanthus, or the storm cloud lily of the Nile, as some people call them, is it's a very dark, deep purple flower that it shoots up in the late spring and the early summer. So why don't I dig this up and put this in the ground, and while I'm doing that, let's listen to a great song, the last song on Tribute's album, Bring On the Joy.
Bring on the joy, weeping endure all through the night. Bring on the joy, bring on the joy, the morning sun is shining bright. I'm ready for the laughter, I'm finished with the fight. Bring on the joy, everything's gonna be alright.
Well, we've got a big project coming up, so let's get over to it.
Action!
All right, so here we are at my dad's house in the front yard, and he's got this nice brick trim and a planter here. Well, right now, all it's got is weeds and turtle and a squirrel. We need to get rid of this stuff, clear it out. And what we're going to put in this particular spot where we're standing right now is a nice large tree that will create some shade. So come on out. Let's show everybody what this tree is. This is a California redwood. Or California redwood.
Tree.
It's the tree.
We're doing the tree.
Right. Thank you, Josh. No, you can
stay?
Yes. So this is what we're going to put in right here. We're going to clear out the weeds first, and then we're going to dig a hole to put this tree in. So Josh, why don't you set that tree over to the side? Perfect. And this is for you.
What's this?
That's a shovel.
That's a shovel.
It digs dirt.
It's dirt.
Why don't you just go ahead and give that back to me then? Hey, why don't we get some more of Tribute Quartet out here to help me out? I'll call out on our bass singer friend. Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, this is where you want it?
Right there. Perfect.
You know what? Gary really ought to be the one to dig a hole.
You're right.
You know?
You're right.
I was just thinking about that.
Gary should dig this hole.
He should. But you know, this is a little... Gary, come on. Come on up here. This is where we need the hole. You know what? Hold on. Take this.
Sure.
I got one for you. Hold on. Here, this is a little more your speed. That'd be perfect. Just Right there. There you go. All right.
Come on, dig it, Hollywood. Well, anyway, we'll pull the weeds. We'll dig this hole while we listen to Homecoming Day.
Homecoming day, when the wedding is over. Homecoming day, all these earthly trials are through. Heaven will be worth it all. Soon we will hear the call that tells us this is homecoming day.
All right, so we got this area cleared out. We've got the hole dug. Thanks, Gary, for all the help. Do appreciate that. And we're going to get this in. And of course, when you put a tree in the ground, what you want to do is make sure it's got some good soil around it. And nothing amends the soil like cow poop. Right, fellas?
You're right.
Yes. Yeah.
This is good old steer manure. We're going to pour this in the hole and around the tree. While we put this in, I think I'll have the boys sing me a number. What do you think? There's a city?
Sure, why not?
All right.
I think
Come on,
There's a
fellas.
City would be a good one.
Oh, there's a city.
Holy city on just beyond the clouds.
I think I can sing better if I stand up, but I ain't going to. So play the cut.
All right, let's play that song.
There's a beautiful holy city on the clouds, just beyond the clouds. New Jerusalem, coming down. Walls that glisten, streets that shine, many mansions, one that's mine. And the glory of the Lamb is the light there in that land. The saints will sing His praises long and loud. What a promise given me, my home for eternity. There's a city beyond the clouds.
What we've got next on this project is some English ivy. And it looks like Gary's left his boys to tend to the ground once again. Thanks, fellas. What we're going to do is just dig real shallow. We don't need deep holes because it's not real deep. But we want to drop this in here in 4 different spots so that this ivy starts to grow. And what will happen is this redwood gets taller, you'll cut off the lower branches, and you've got this nice ivy ground cover that's going to spread all over the ground. My dad doesn't like bark, so we're going to get a ground cover in the form of ivy. Now the trick to ivy is keeping it moist and wet for the first month after you put it in. While we're putting this ivy in, we're going to listen to what's, in my opinion, the best song on this album, Save My Family, featuring tenor Riley. Let's hear it.
Will they say you passed a day, that you did not show me the way? I thought you were a friend of mine. Help me do all that I can do. I don't want to leave them behind. Save my family, save my friends. It's such a lost and dying world we're living in.
Well, that just about does it for this episode of the Southern Gospel Gardener. You can see Tribute is still working, hard-working group, and I recommend that if they're in your area, you go see them and you pick up this brand new album by Tribute Quartet. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.